the biggest challenge you face kind of acclimating to this defense, even go back to spring, just, as you kind of look back and try to get comfortable and kind of, I don't know, learn Brian Haynes' system?
Well, the biggest challenge for me was really, we played, at my old school, played a lateral defense, and this defense is really vertical and attacking everybody, and that was really the biggest struggle for me, and doing it at multiple positions, because I'm playing different positions, so getting adjusted to that. But Coach Kuntz, he's the best D-line coach in America. He got me going really quick. He just really brought me along really fast, and it helped me so much. So, like with him and the other guys pushing me along, seeing Tyreek Tucker and how he plays vertical, and Dominique Radcliffe, he came from a vertical defense, seeing them and adjusting to them, just helped me a lot too.
What's the biggest challenge doing that? Going from 11 on the vertical.
Just
what do you do? Just the movements or just the mindset? What's the biggest challenge?
Yeah, so usually we step like side to side, like going against these big old linemen side to side. But now we get to go attack and actually like be physical with them. So that was like the biggest challenge. But I think I'm getting the hang of it, and I'm really enjoying myself here.
We'll go second row with the Sammy, then Joe.
You put up good numbers against your Power 5 opponents or Power 4 opponents in the past. How much of a basic confidence does that give you that you can perform at that level consistently in the Big Ten?
It gives me big confidence, but I just need to bring my A game every week, be a leader every week. I win against really good opponents, Alabama, Ohio State, and it's just being consistent. I can't just have flashy games, the big games, and then when it's like, regular games, like I just can't be mediocre. So I just gotta continue to be consistent, have those games throughout the whole entire season to help us win.
Go second row to Joe and then to Seth.
How much have you been able to reflect that just in a couple of years, you went from JUCO, Sacramento City College, now you're at the Big Ten level, just kind of that journey that you've taken?
I was actually reflecting last night. It's crazy. I was talking to my friend, but it's really all God. I think God has a plan for all of us, and it's just our journey. I would never expect for me to go from JUCO to Western Kentucky to here, like a Big Ten program. I was dying to get an FCS offer out of literally JUCO. And, I got blessed with the WKU offer. And then I just worked my tail off continuing to try to get better, trying to be a leader. And then I got blessed here, and I'm just very grateful.
What about IU stood out the most?
I just felt like home as soon as I stepped on campus, and how persistent Coach Kuntz was. Like, he was calling me every day and all that stuff. And it just it really felt like the first time I went to WKU. They made me feel like home, and here just felt like I belonged here, and like I was really needed here. So, and I love to be like needed somewhere. So that was like the biggest thing for me.
Stay front row left to Seth, then Daniel.
From a leadership perspective, what's it like sharing the field, sharing the room with Mikhail and Aiden? Just what are those guys like out there?
They're great. Like, they push me to be my best. It's like I haven't seen my true potential without them. They give me the confidence I need. You need guys on the field like you can trust and you can rely on. And I don't need to think twice about who I got on the field with me. 2 All-Americans. They're great players. And even from off the field, like Mikhail is a great person. We always get extra work. We always hang out. We always got closer. And that was one of the biggest things for me, because I come from a really close D-line in my old school, and this is the closest I've been with my D-line ever. So we're like brothers, all of us. And with Fish, he just always gets me right, always communicates the call, and just little things like that. So I'm confident to go play full speed no matter what.
We'll go on your left to Daniel and then Zach
You
Beebe.
mentioned Radcliffe earlier. I want to say y'all arrived here around the same time, the spring. What, if you recall then, what were your immediate impressions of him? And then Haynes had mentioned he's made, huge, strides from spring to now. Just where have you kind of seen him grow last handful of months?
Well, he's a great D tackle. He's probably the twitchiest D tackle I've ever seen. He's like, he's a heavy body, but he's like an end playing D tackle. Like he's really smooth. The biggest thing I've seen is just consistency from him. From the fall, he's just been balling out. He's been hooping. He's been in the backfield every play, just destroying blocks. He got way better at double teams, and just him being a leader as well, just bringing other guys along, like the young guys we got in the room, and he's just been helping all of us.
How early could you kind of feel his twitch?
First practice. really first conditioning, like he was moving. Like we were, we always compete. The whole D line competes in, you know, conditioning, winter conditioning, all that stuff. So when I seen him like moving in box drills and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, he can really move. And this guy's like 300 pounds, but he doesn't look it. So he's extremely twitchy. I'm just like, wow, yeah, we need him.
We'll go on your right to Zach B, and then Josh.
I talked with Upton Stout in the spring, and he raved about your work ethic, and he said you play with your hair on fire. How did you kind of develop that mentality?
Well, yeah, that's my guy. But just, I don't come from a lot, so I just try to like get everything I can no matter what. You know, coming from JUCO, that's really where the mentality comes from. These JUCO guys, we're sleeping in like apartments, 5 to a room sometimes, especially in California. It's really bad out there, but it just shows how gritty you are. And like every time I'm on the field, I just gotta like think of it as my last play. Even in practice, like you never know when it's your last play. So I'm just trying to strive to be my best every day and just be great. I'm just chasing greatness.
Good, on your right to Josh, and then Colin.
How much do you talk to Kyle about having a chip on your shoulder ahead of your first Big Ten season?
Every day, like we're we live in the same little apartment complex. We call, we're on the game all the time, and we just talk about how excited we are to play. But you know, I come from personally, you know, we both come from G5, and he talks about how we had a chip on his shoulder coming in, and it's like very similar to me. So we just talk about how great we can be this season, and how we got to stay consistent, and like we have this little thing where we keep each other accountable, whether it's like getting extra conditioning or getting extra abs in, just little stuff like that, so we can stay great throughout the whole entire season.
Do you guys chart it?
No, we guess. So like, say I'm leaving the weight room, he'll be like, "No, you got to come back in," and then like vice versa. We just get extra work like that.
All right, we'll wrap on your right with Colin.
You mentioned how connected the defensive line is. You know, you said you're like brothers. Have you seen that translate on the field in practice, and how do you think it'll translate on the field during the season?
Yeah, so in spring, you can really tell like we weren't used to each other. We weren't hanging out as much and stuff like that. Everybody's really good in their own way, but we weren't connected. This fall, I just felt like I was playing with like my family out there. Like everybody was clicking, we were celebrating with each other, and it was amazing to be out there with everybody like that. So just us hanging out every day and just us like connecting, doing drills off the field, it was amazing. And now like on the field now, I feel like we're gonna be really good this year.
Great, thanks, Hosea. Appreciate it.